What we've been able to incorporate into our business here at Peak Packaging is the ability to deliver a one-off printed sample prior to production, and it allows our customer the ability to see their graphics on a box, to see the layout, even see the finishing.
Being able to produce a prototype, printed, cut, spot UV for a customer within 24 to 48 hours is monumental, whereas in times past we've had hand cutting and hand gluing and hand scoring. With our O'Neill Tea Company box, the customer is wanting a stark black background with a spot Pantone color, and then they want to finish that off with a spot UV. And so what we have to do is we've got to go into the file, verify that all of the spot colors are there. Once we have that dialed in, we make sure that our die line is sound, making sure that all the cuts and creases are there. And what we do is we separate the crease lines out, because this will be a separate file that we send over to the Roland. And then we come back and we do the final cutting with the perf cut contour. And then we go in and we create a UV layer. In most cases, when you have prototypes that are made, you'll have a 4-color sheet that's printed out and there's no texture to it, there's no depth. With the capabilities that we have, we can simulate that spot UV process, and it makes it that much more real for the customer. Once we're ready to go to the Roland and start producing our prototypes, we save the crease file as a separate high-res PDF. We do the same thing with the die strike, and then with our artwork we combine the spot UV layer and the 4-color process with all layers visible as a high-res PDF. And once those are ready to go, we upload them into the VersaWorks software, and we are now ready to produce the prototype at that point. So when we begin this prototyping process, what we want to do is we want to send the material through scoring it first prior to printing. Once the prototype is finished printing, those creases that we just scored into the material will allow all of the areas that are either folding or tucking to fold that much easier, as opposed to trying to fold a piece of board that has not been pre-scored. So now that our scoring is done, we're going back and we're going to print our CMYK artwork. And as you can see, the black that we're printing right now is actually a composite of all 4 color plates, which gives it a nice rich black tone, and then the Pantone color. The Roland is able to hit that with a 90% accuracy to what the customer has called out. Now that we've done our CMYK print process, the sheet has returned to origin, and we're beginning to lay down that nice spot UV finish. And really, this is one of the advancements that Roland really exceeds in, being able to lay down a spot UV to simulate what it would look like on press for our customers. So their prototypes now not only have a nice 4-color print, but now we can simulate the spot UV, and it makes their prototype that much more exciting for them. And now we're beginning the cutting process, and as you can see, as the blade is moving back and forth, it's not creating a constant cut because we don't want the prototype to fall out of the sheet. So it's creating that nice deep perforation cut, and then once that cutting process is complete, now we're going to begin the process of folding and converting, and we'll have our finished piece in about 2 minutes.
Mock-up, production. This is production, this is the mock-up. I can't tell the difference.